Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Following his divorce from Mary, Janelle, and Christine, Kody Brown's monogamous devotion to Robyn Brown may appear to be a fresh start. But underneath that new arrangement, there's probably the same unstable reliance that caused his plural family to become unstable. This is because rejection, divorce, and estrangement forced Kody into monogamy rather than his choosing it, because he developed emotional simplicity. That is definitely not a solution, and Robyn is now obviously carrying the emotional burden that was formerly shared by 4 women. Kody flourished on attention saturation as well as love in previous seasons. Like a performance going through stages, he cycled through houses, thriving off of being wanted, chased, and even disliked. There is no longer that ecosystem. His only emotional outlet these days is Robyn. This was made clear in Sister Wives Season 19, when Robyn was having a hard time adjusting to her new surroundings without her sister wives. Kody's need to be noticed is what weakens their new marital arrangement, not a lack of love. He had several mirrors thanks to polygamy. If one wife questioned him, another would support him. Intimacy was restored by another if it had been rejected. His identity was nourished by that never-ending cycle of comfort, chaos, and control. Despite her devotion, Robyn is unable to simultaneously reflect all of that. Even worse, she is now solely responsible for maintaining Kody's emotional self-worth, which has never been able to support itself. Although it's a high-maintenance spouse arrangement, Kody's decades-long identity is currently collapsing structurally. Kody is at a stage in his life where he is unsure of how to be himself without approval from others. Therefore, Kody can be left without a backup plan if Robyn falters, tires, disagrees, or even marginally withdraws. No turning, no buffer. And that can be a little challenging to get used to at this age. It won't be shocking if the audience witnesses Robyn, who at one point appeared to be the most emotionally stable wife, losing her composure in the event of a future series. Throughout the previous season, she used coded language about loss and allegiance, defensive defenses, and nervous tears in her confessional moments. These aren't indications of a lady enjoying a one-on-one relationship. Rather, they show someone preparing for collapse while attempting to maintain composure, or even just feeling guilty. She is, after all, not only providing for her husband, but also a broadcast legacy that has already lost its foundation, and she likely holds herself somewhat responsible for it. However, Kody's interpretation of monogamy may also be based on a lack of emotional development and restitution. Naturally, until that necessary maturity arrives, it would be an attempt to regain control after losing the others, at least initially. But cutting back on participation doesn't address a fundamental inequity. That, if anything, focuses the dysfunction. Misaligned needs have been the subject of every Sister Wives season, and this one is no different, albeit with a greater focus. Although Kody may now use monogamous rhetoric, his actions, emotional outbursts, control problems, and animosity toward his ex-wives show that his inner landscape hasn't altered. In plurality, his identity was forged. Now that it's gone, Robyn's waning patience is the only thing firmly establishing his sense of self. Furthermore, she can't bear that burden indefinitely. The reality is that Kody's wants are constructed in accordance with his accustomed practice of having several women. Therefore, this version of their marriage may not last because, although it is a partnership, it is also a survival pact, supported by a shared fear of becoming irrelevant, looking foolish, or acknowledging that the dream was not realized. But that only takes into account what has transpired in their lives thus far. It is possible for Kody and Robyn to have a happy ending and create a happily ever after, but only if they are prepared to work on themselves, especially Kody. A polygamous family is no longer being shown on the show. It chronicles a gradual emotional breakdown that is masquerading as monogamy. With any luck, they and their extended family will develop the maturity needed to take in that implosion and turn it into a positive force. TLC viewers of Sister Wives do not particularly like Kody Brown or Robyn, his last surviving wife. They frequently express their desire for a spin-off with the OG3 in its place. Given that Robyn and her partner appear to be talking themselves out of a job, perhaps they will receive it. What were they saying? When an OP asked how they brought up the topic of the OG3 discussing them during the one-on-one tell-all, a lot of fans responded on Reddit this week. Since Robyn and Kody Brown are no longer polygamous, they are the subject of their conversation. In addition, it's a television program. That sounded like such a dumb thing to say, according to other fans. They both know exactly how the show operates, after all. Additionally, it's most likely Robyn Brown's primary source of income. Viewers are therefore a little taken aback by their apparent objection to the OG3 discussing them. Are you taking issue with the point of no job? Supporters would adore it if TLC fired Kody Brown and his sidekick. They then reasoned that they should leave the TV screen and go outside if they didn't want to film with the others. You could quit the show if you don't want your ex-wives talking about you, one follower remarked. Because of your appearance on a show together, they are discussing you. Here are some further responses. According to what I've read, Kody and Robyn might not appear in season 20. Now that he is living a monogamous life, the Sister Wives plot has reached its conclusion. I hope so. 100%. That irritated me greatly. They all know full well that it was for the fucking spectacle. It was frustrating how foolish this entire line of conversation was. This also annoys me. The producer is asking them to respond to questions. They haven't brought up the subject. For that reason, they're being filmed. The same thing is happening with Kody, Robyn, and Mary, who are being forced to discuss the breakdown of their relationships. On the other hand, several people stated that they are on a show and should simply quit if they don't want to be there. What are your thoughts? It seems inconsistent with the purpose of the show to complain about the other wives' discussions about them. Is it your hope that they are talking themselves out of a position? The Sunday, June 15th episode of Sister Wives One-on-One, which has been broadcasting on TLC this month, was excellent. When the conversation turned naughty, Kody Brown was called out on stage for having sex with women before getting married. That is obviously a big no-no if you have followed the Brown family over the years. Read on for the full facts of what the patriarch of the Brown family had to say. Over the past 10 years, Sister Wives has adhered to the Brown family's rigorous Mormon values, which include courtship and no sex before marriage. On early episodes of Sister Wives on TLC, viewers saw Kody Brown court his former wife Robyn Brown, despite the fact that his children appear to have deviated from the rigorous church doctrine. The other spouses have even accused Kody and Robyn of being naughty Mormons and hooking up before saying, "I do" over the years. Speaking about Mormon naughty, Kody Brown. On Sister Wives One-on-One, Kody Brown attempted to clarify if he was a virgin when he married his first wife, Mary Brown. However, things became awkward, and he abruptly stopped talking to Suki Krishna, the interviewer. Kody responded, there were other options that got close. When Suki asked him about hooking up with women he wasn't married to. I wasn't, but I was a little crazy. I was being bad Mormon. It means I would kiss and hug, but no actual intercourse, the Sister Wives cast member continued. Suki Krishna gets shut down by Kody Brown. Brown started to backtrack and shut down Suki Krishna out of respect for his wife, Robyn Brown, when the topic of whether or not he went to first base or second base with the women he wasn't married to came up. Do you believe Kody is being honest when he says he didn't have sex before he married Mary in the past? Do you believe he had an affair with Robyn prior to their marriage? At last, Christine Brown is speaking out about the treachery of her ex-husband, Kody Brown. She wants the world to know his reality because she can no longer conceal it. Robyn Brown wasn't a big admirer of the Sister Wives star. When Christine discovered that Kody valued her more than any of his other spouses, she left him. She claimed that in a multiple marriage, he had a favorite wife. David Woolley, the reality TV star's new spouse, is affectionate. Nevertheless, Christine frequently discusses her life with Kody Brown and his selfishness and toxicity. She also asserts a number of things regarding his relationship with Robyn. According to the TLC star, her ex-husband and his new wife were close before they were married. Was it accurate? How does Robyn respond to this? Kody describes himself as a Mormon naughty Sister Wives. Kody Brown enjoys boasting about his accomplishments and decisions in life. In a one-on-one interview with broadcaster Sukanya Krishnan, he disclosed his sexual preferences. The Sister Wives actor was questioned about his religious beliefs and sexual experiences. Prior to marriage, Kody denied any prior experience. He acknowledged, however, that he had other near possibilities. He was a Mormon naughty, according to the TLC personality. Kody explained that although he didn't engage in sexual activity, he would embrace and kiss. In deference to his wife, he ceased to elaborate on the term. The reality TV personality didn't want to offend Robyn Brown, his lone surviving wife. Christine, on the other hand, seems to have a completely different account of Kody. How does she feel about Robyn and him? Sister Wives, Christine makes serious allegations regarding Robyn and Kody's partnership. When speaking about her ex-husband, Kody Brown, Christine Brown doesn't mince words. She frequently reveals startling details concerning his relationship with Robyn. But when the TLC performer revealed her feelings regarding their romance phase, everyone was taken aback. Christine just met with Sakanya Krishnan in a private session. She began to wonder how close Robyn and Kody had been before they got married. Before the wedding, the host inquired as to whether she thought the couple was intimate. Christine refrained from mentioning her ex directly. She suspected that Robyn and Kody were having a sexual experience, whatever that means. She added that during the first several months of their marriage, her ex-husband was quite at ease at his fourth wife's house, and even went into her bedroom. "There's a lot of speculation," said the Sister Wives actress. "I feel a little deceived at the moment." Robyn, however, denied having a romantic relationship with Kody before to their marriage. She mentioned that before to the wedding, they only shared little church kisses. Christine wasn't prepared to accept Robyn's account of events, though. Since she couldn't trust her ex or his favorite wife, she thought it would be a lie. The TLC personality pointed out that Kody was too close to Robyn and was constantly at her house. The pair, in Christine's opinion, had been lying about their love for years. She is certain that the reality TV stars had a close relationship before to getting married. Do you believe that to be true? Please let us know what you think in the comment section below. For additional tea on Christine's allegations regarding Kody and Robyn, return often to TV season and spoilers. Kody Brown's latest confession about life with Robyn signals trouble ahead. Is the Sister Wives' dream crumbling at last? Kody Brown's world continues to unravel, and this time, the storm isn't coming from ex-wives, rebellious children, or public scrutiny. It's coming from inside the one relationship he's clung to most, his marriage with Robyn Brown. In a startling and deeply revealing confession during a recent Sister Wives interview segment, Kody finally peeled back the curtain on life behind closed doors with his only remaining wife, and what he shared shocked even his most loyal defenders. Far from a blissful ending to his polygamous journey, Kody painted a picture of loneliness, resentment, and emotional fatigue. And now, fans and insiders alike are wondering if the last standing marriage in the Brown family may not be standing much longer. After years of proclaiming Robyn as his soulmate and savior, Kody's tone has taken a sharp, almost bitter turn. In a hushed moment that many viewers replayed in disbelief, he admitted, "This isn't what I thought it would be. Monogamy with Robyn feels like a cage sometimes. I thought I'd feel peace, but sometimes it just feels like loss." The cameras caught Robyn's face tightening with restrained emotion, a mixture of hurt and dread, as her husband's words hung heavy in the air. And just like that, the fantasy Kody tried to sell the audience for over a decade began to collapse under the weight of his own discontent. Kody's confession was more than just a passing comment. It was a full-blown emotional unraveling. He spoke of the quiet in the house now that the other wives and most of the kids are gone. He described walking through hallways that echo with absence, dinners with just him and Robyn that feel forced, and holidays that lack the chaotic joy of big family life. "I used to dream of a simpler life," he said. "But now that I have it, it feels like something's missing. Or maybe someone." It's a stunning reversal from the man who, for years, pushed the narrative that his bond with Robyn was divinely ordained. After Christine left, he openly admitted to being in love with only one wife. After Janelle followed, he blamed lack of loyalty. And when Mary's spiritual union with him officially disintegrated, he seemed indifferent. But now, Kody's realizing that isolation, even with Robyn at his side, doesn't feel like peace. It feels like regret. He didn't stop there. In what may go down as one of the most jaw-dropping statements of the season, Kody confessed, "Sometimes I wonder if I sabotaged the whole family just to be with Robyn. And now I wonder if it was worth it." The implication was explosive. For years, fans and family members have accused Kody of prioritizing Robyn above all else, even to the detriment of his relationships with his other wives and children. And here he was finally admitting they might have been right all along. Robyn, who once vowed that she never wanted to be the last wife standing, looked devastated. She sat in silence as Kody recounted how claustrophobic the marriage had become. He acknowledged that while Robyn is loving and devoted, the weight of being his only has placed unbearable strain on both of them. "She didn't sign up to be my therapist," he said. "But now she carries all my grief, all my disappointment, and it's not fair to her. It's not fair to either of us." What made the confession even more heartbreaking was the subtle acknowledgement that Robyn, despite her fierce loyalty, may be nearing her own breaking point. Though she didn't interrupt or challenge Kody directly, her body language spoke volumes. Viewers noticed the tension in her posture, the way she avoided eye contact, the tears that welled up, not from empathy, but from sheer emotional exhaustion. One viral tweet summed it up. "Robyn looks like she's realizing this isn't the fairy tale she fought so hard to keep." Fans of Sister Wives have long speculated that Robyn may have second thoughts about how things unfolded, especially in the wake of the family's collapse. While she publicly supported Kody's decisions, there have been moments of visible sorrow and guilt, especially when talking about the estrangement between Kody and his children. Now, Kody's confession has seemingly opened the floodgates, exposing the uncomfortable reality that Robyn won the battle for Kody's love, but lost the family she thought came with it. Insiders close to production have noted a dramatic shift in the couple's dynamic in recent months. According to sources, Robyn has become increasingly withdrawn during filming, sometimes questioning whether continuing the show is worth the emotional toll. "She used to be enthusiastic," one insider shared. "Now she's weary. It's like the fantasy ended and she's standing in the ruins." The insider also hinted that the couple's Flagstaff home, once a symbol of their new chapter, now feels more like a fortress of regret. Kody's children have also begun speaking out more candidly. While many remain estranged, some have privately expressed that they're not surprised Kody is finally seeing the cost of his actions. "He lost his whole family chasing one version of love," one adult child reportedly told a friend. "And now he's stuck, with nobody to blame but himself." Another source close to Christine said she feels a bit vindicated but mostly sad. She never wanted Robyn to be the villain. She just wanted honesty. Now that it's all coming out, she hopes it leads to healing, but she's not holding her breath. The timing of Kody's confession is also raising eyebrows. With Sister Wives Season 19 bringing in massive ratings thanks to the fallout from the family split, some critics wonder if Kody's vulnerability is genuine or a strategic move to regain viewer sympathy. But if that's the case, it's backfiring. Social media has responded with a wave of criticism, calling Kody's remarks too little, too late, and accusing him of using Robyn as an emotional crutch. Many fans are also pointing out the irony of Kody expressing loneliness after spending years isolating his other wives and justifying the emotional distance he created. So, what's next? The cracks in Kody and Robyn's relationship are now undeniable. What was once presented as an unshakable bond is being tested by grief, guilt, and the simple truth that love cannot thrive in isolation. Without the other wives to buffer the emotional load, Robyn is left bearing the brunt of Kody's regret, and it's taking a toll. Their once cozy domestic life is now weighed down by the ghosts of what could have been a united family, shared responsibilities, and a partnership that included rather than excluded. There's growing speculation that Robyn may eventually seek space from Kody, not necessarily through divorce, but perhaps a trial separation or a pause in filming. Fans have pointed out that Robyn's identity was deeply rooted in the plural family dynamic. With that structure gone, so is a major part of her purpose. Without the sister wives, without the family gatherings, what's left? A man spiraling in self-pity and a woman forced to carry the emotional weight of his choices. Kody's confession is more than just a moment of self-reflection. It's a harbinger of what may be the final chapter in the Brown family saga. And while fans once viewed Kody and Robyn as the couple that won, it's now clear that in the end, no one won. Kody's desire for loyalty cost him the very love and connection he claimed to value. And Robyn's loyalty may have trapped her in a life that no longer feels like a blessing, but a burden. Whether they admit it publicly or not, the writing is on the wall. Trouble is brewing. The once inseparable pair is now sitting on a foundation cracked by resentment, sadness, and uncomfortable truths that can no longer be ignored.